and gentlemen, you are listening to True Brit here on KFAI 90.3 FM Minneapolis and streaming worldwide from KFAI.org. And we just never heard, what am I talking about? We heard Bring It All Back, a fantastic hit from 1999 from the band S Club 7. And it just so happens, ladies and gentlemen, on the phone at this moment, we have a member of S Club 7, Miss Tina Barrett. Good morning, Tina.
Good morning. Hello.
So now you're in London at the moment. What's the weather like?
Weirdly enough, it's actually quite nice. It's really sunny today, but it's quite cold. So it's not. We're not quite spring, but it's sort of coming in. So yeah, not too bad.
I love springtime in England because all the daffodils and the tulips come up. It's a very lovely time.
It is, yeah. Spring's really pretty with all the flowers. Yeah, it's really nice.
Well, we could talk about flowers and springtime in England for a long time, but I'm going to talk about Miss Tina Barrett. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are not familiar with Tina Barrett, let me give you a little bit of a précis, a little bit of a quickie on Tina Barrett. So, back in tail end of the 1990s, Tina was part of the band S Club 7. They had a TV show, and over the course of the 5 years, they had 4 #1 UK singles, a UK album. They appeared in the movies and sold over 10 million albums worldwide. So, Tina Barrett, what was it like back then in those heady days?
It was crazy. I mean, people always say, "Oh, it was, whirlwind," but it really was. So back then, I don't really remember not sort of getting on a plane. Like sometimes we'd be, like in the same day, we'd be somewhere, I don't know, we would have wrapped up something in LA and then straight on to Tokyo and then back to London. Like, it was crazy. I mean, to be honest, that's why I guess we were so young, because I don't think you could do it. I definitely couldn't have done those sort of schedules now. It was crazy. Like, we literally didn't sleep for 5 years.
So now, tell me how it all started for you. How did you end up in that situation in the first place?
Well, it was quite it was quite random, actually. Because at the time, I was sort of a jobbing dancer, as it were. I did I worked with a lot of music artists, bands. I'd done Top of the Pops with Shola Amma. I don't know if you remember Shola Amma.
Yeah.
And I'd worked with Simply Red. So I was actually doing really well as a dancer. And then I had my agent coming up for all sorts. So they actually called me up one day and said, "Oh, we've got something that's come in, and it's for a TV show." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, all right, why not?" So I went in and it was Simon Fuller's company, and they said, "Well, actually, putting the TV show aside, you might be really good for something else we're doing. It's a pop band." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And they said, "Can you sing?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I can sing." And so I sang the song. And then it was probably a couple of days later, I'd completely forgotten about it. And Simon Fuller wanted to meet me. So, and then, I got the job. So it was actually probably one of the easiest auditions I've ever done.
Wow. So now, of course, Simon Fuller, the man behind all of this, he was managing the Spice Girls, and he was the guy behind...
he is, actually.
Yeah, he is. And, of course, the man behind Pop Idol, American Idol, the whole kind of idol thing that's franchised all over the world. So a huge figure in the entertainment world. What did you think when you met him and auditioned for him? Were you nervous?
Well, obviously, at that point, he was like the Spice Girls. That was his that's what I knew him as. Yeah. So I was quite nervous. I was like, it was a bit like going into the headmistress office, trying to bag nerves. But but he's just like the nicest guy. He's really laid back, so you don't feel sort of nervous at all. You can just talk to him like like one of your friends, really. So
Yeah.
so it was really it was fine, and so I and I got on with him really well, and when he said, what do you think about joining the band? I was like, oh my god, wow. So it was just really just bizarre, really, thinking back to it.
Well,
I kind of just was winging it, I suppose, and it worked. Yeah.
I have found in the course of my life, Tina Barrett, that people called Simon tend to be jolly nice people.
And successful. Because the other Simon as well, he's done all right, hasn't he?
He has, he has done all right. That is true. So Simons of the world band together. That's
and your Simon, it's a good name.
It is a very good name. Let's just fast forward a little bit, because one of the reasons why I really wanted to talk to you is because you have a brand new record out, a brand new single.
I do, yes.
And tell us about the new single, which is called, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but I'm going to pronounce it moi moi, like that. Is that right?
That's the one. Yeah, yeah. It's like the air kiss. It's
yes,
like moi,
moi,
moi.
moi.
It's very.
And if you're looking at it, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking it up on
fabulous.
Spotify, it's MWAH, moi moi. So, all right, Tina, tell us about moi moi. How did that come to be? And tell us about the video, too. It's got an interesting video.
Yes, well, okay, well, moi moi is just one of those songs. It's just really fun and not serious at all. And when I co-wrote it with AT Empire, and they're two brothers, and they're producers, and they're they're absolutely incredible. And I love my clothes. I'm like I'm very girly girl, love fashion, absolutely obsessed. Read Vogue when I was young, and used to look at all the models and think, oh my god, that's what I want to do. I want to wear the nice clothes, blah blah. So I thought, why not write a song that kind of talks about the whole fashion industry labels, and but kind of real elaborate, over the top, and sort of so it's just really fun, tongue in cheek, and catchy. So I mean. To be honest, I wrote it. We wrote it quite a few years ago, and we were going to release it, and then we didn't, and then it's always been there. And like, I performed it at a festival. It was Manchester Pride, and so a couple of people have heard it from then, and they've always said to me, "You've got to release it. You've got to release it. It's so catchy." And so it's taken me until now to finally release it. But I'm so glad I have, because what we've done is we put it on all the digital platforms. We've made a music video, but I actually haven't done any promotion for it.
Sure.
Because I'm actually on tour with S Club 3 at the minute, so I'm sort of juggling. But it's just sort of taken it on its own little sort of it's taken on like a bit of a it's got a little bit of a sort of sorry, I can't even think of the words.
Bit of a life of its
doing
own.
Its own thing.
Yeah,
a life of its own. That's the word.
So now, I think it's charted in Mexico and South Africa. Is that right?
And Singapore, Finland as well. And the UK, it's sort of it's broken into the UK top 100, 72.
Fantastic.
And Finland, Singapore, South Africa. So it's definitely people are kind of it's one of those songs that you can't get out of your head as well, and it's just fun.
Well, so ladies and gentlemen, here on True Brit, I am going to play the Tina Barrett song Moi Moi. It's going to get into your head. It's an earworm, and I apologize in advance, but here it comes. This is Tina Barrett with Moi Moi.
Coco Chanel. Gucci Prada Dior Coco Chanel. Gucci Prada Dior Coco Chanel. Gucci Prada Dior Coco Chanel. Fashion Week, New York, sipping Cosmos with Anna Wintour. We shut the beauty down, price tag still on. Private jet to Hong Kong, I could shop all day long. New York, London, Paris, Tokyo and Japan. I call up Donatella, moi, Milan. Louis V, got a crush on me. Valentino and Armani in the VIP. Gucci, Prada, Dior, Coco, Chanel. 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 Karl Lagerfeld is fanning me at the fashion show with Vanessa Paradis. Get busy in my boutons, lying on my chaise lawns. My hair and nails done at the bougie salon. New York, London, Paris, Tokyo and Japan. I call up Donatella, moi, Milan. Louis V, got a crush on me. Valentino and Armani in the VIP. Gucci, Prada, Dior, Coco, Chanel. 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 Breakfast at Tiffany's when I'm up in the NYC. Beverly Hills when I'm in LA. Bond Street when I'm back in the UK. Yorkville in CA. Swimsuit in Saint-Tropez. Go shopping every day. Black card maxed out, we don't give up. Go shopping like you're above the law. Go shopping like Carrie Bradshaw. Go shopping, look hot. Go shopping, make the traffic stop. Gucci, Prada, Dior, Coco, Chanel. 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 Go shopping. Go shopping. Go shopping. Go shopping. Gucci, Prada, Dior, Coco, Chanel. Gucci, Prada, Dior, Coco, Chanel. Gucci, Prada, Dior, Coco, Chanel. Gucci, Prada, Dior, Coco, Chanel.
That was Tina Barrett, ladies and gentlemen, here on True Brit. What do you think? Tina Barrett's Moi Moi. It's a tribute to all the fashion designers. You can spot as many as you like in that song. I love it, Tina. It's good stuff.
Thank you. Well, I wanted to make a fun record, but I've got more songs to come as well, and they're more sort of R&B, and so you'll see another side to me. Yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely a bit of a sort of what's the word? I don't take myself too seriously, so a song like that, I just kind of have
to. You. Good for you. You know, a couple of things I just want to touch on. You mentioned that you'd worked with Simply Red.
Yes.
What's Mick Hucknall like?
Well, I was quite young at the time, so I didn't actually get to speak to any of the band, but it was performance for the Brit Awards, and so it was quite a few of us on stage, and so it was just kind of like, we just went on stage, did the show, and then that was it. Went home because we it was they used I guess sometimes because there was quite a few of us on stage. They used my college that I was at the time.
Okay, gotcha.
Dancers, arts educational, which is dance college. So yeah. We weren't allowed to go to any parties afterwards.
Darn it! Because I've always wanted to attend a party with Mick Hucknall.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's something to do.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Just love that hair. Big. I've always liked the redheads.
Yeah, and he's got very red hair. So,
he does have very red hair. Anyway, so let's have a little bit of a history lesson. So after S Club 7 had like a 5-year, you were everywhere. You're on TV, Top of the Pops, on the charts, all over the world. And then suddenly it all kind of came crashing down on you. When Paul left the band. And then, so basically then it became like a core S Club 3 instead of S Club 7, because there were 7 people in S Club, and then it became S Club 3, of which you were a member. But really, from 2003 until about 2011, we didn't really hear anything from Tina Barrett. What was going on in that period of hiatus?
Well, I was doing things, but I just wasn't doing anything sort of public eye.
Yeah.
I was just, because I really I love like writing, so I was basically just writing all the time with loads of different producers and just writing loads of songs, and it was just kind of. I guess I was just doing that for quite a few years, and then I was kind of releasing a few by myself, and just kind of, because the thing was in S Club, it was quite. We were really young at the time, so we didn't we missed a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like I guess life in general, because we were in this bubble.
Sure.
So it was just really nice to kind of get back to kind of living almost like a normal life again.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to do songwriting, so I sort of did that, and sort of happily, and then I guess it got to a point where I kind of really missed performing, and because with a record, obviously you need quite a lot to get it out there, and it's easier now. Like you've got so many avenues to do it yourself, but back then it wasn't as easy. So
that's true.
So it was. So I was always in contact with the guys, and I knew that they were touring and everything, and doing very well, might I add. You know, it's packed shows every day, literally. It's just because I guess we've been really lucky in the fact that S Club we have these songs that people still love.
Yeah.
So in the UK, it's still, you know, people sort of Reach is like a bit of an anthem here still.
Yes.
So we're so blessed with that. So we can kind of, you know, that's why S Club 3 is still there. And I mean, to be honest, it's a lot of fun. So I did spend a lot of time just kind of, you know, just writing, keeping my head down, and then I sort of got back together with the guys. Like Joe was blowing up my phone saying, "Come on, you've got to come and tour with us." You won't believe how, you know, how well we're doing. And she was absolutely right. You know, I've literally travelled the world again with S Club 3.
Oh. Well, that's terrific.
We're all over the place. However, you know, I still do love doing my own stuff, so that's why I've released Moi Moi.
Yeah.
And there's more to come. So yeah, I'm just sort of, you know,
I know back in
having my cake and eating it a little bit with the S Club, and but the thing is, we all support each other. So whatever anyone's doing, we're all there for each other, because
terrific.
You know it's that you've got to, you know we've been through so much together. We are a bit of a family, really.
Yes.
We grew up together.
I know back in 2012, 2013, you released a couple of singles under your own name, and I think people were ready for an album, but the album never appeared, and so we're still waiting, Tina Barrett.
I know. It's just one of those things, like with music, it's you know, people kind of see it, and but the hard work to get to that point, you know, it's a lot of twists and turns, and you know, but the good news is, you know, I just love doing music, and so, you know, I've had so much fun, like writing and traveling, but I've always said to myself, you know, I will do this, and I'm doing it now. So I think, you know what, maybe then, maybe then wasn't the right time. So now I'm kind of, I've come, I guess, full circle, and I'm doing it now. And you know, anyone else out there doing music, wanting to get it out there, do it. You know,
Exactly.
Nothing should stop you.
I think we should play a little bit more Tina Barrett music. Tina, you mentioned that you're going to be doing some more R&B stuff. One of the songs that came out 7 or 8 years ago was a song called "Making Me Dance," and I kind of liked it just because it's got guitars and stuff in it. So I think I'm going to play that for the True Brit audience. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to the amazing Tina Barrett, one of the members of S Club 3, S Club 7, solo artiste extraordinaire, travelled the world with music, a superstar in the UK. This is from 2013. This is a song called "Making Me Dance."
As I'm riding on street lights, I just wanna get my head down and you would lie. Cause you wanna go downtown. Didn't think I would tonight. Cause I'm riding on street lights. My head's spinning really messed up. Here we go. Cause I know this party won't stop. You always want more. It gets me out the door. Keeps me on all night. You know you got me on high. Cause making me dance. I'm living on the edge and I'm taking a chance. You made me go high. You made me go low. You got me in your rhythm, taking control. You got me on high. Cause making me move. A good vibrations driving the groove. I'm breaking the floor. I'm bringing down the walls. You got me on high. Cause making me dance. As I'm riding on street lights. I'm in the scene when the beat drops. Jump up, make the roof rock. Getting in the vibe. I'm staying alive. Running on overdrive. So now I'm on the floor and I'm feeling so hot. I'm begging for more. I give all that I got. I'm flying so high. I see when I die. Cause this is my time. You know you got me on high. Cause making me dance. I'm living on the edge and I'm taking a chance. You made me go high. You made me go low. You got me in your rhythm, taking control. You got me on high. Cause making me move. A good vibrations driving the groove. I'm breaking the floor. I'm bringing down the walls. You got me on high. Cause making me dance.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Simon Husbands, here on True Brit on KFAI 90.3 FM Minneapolis and streaming worldwide from KFAI.org. That was Tina Barrett, our very special guest. That was a song called "Making Me Dance" from 2013. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tina has a brand new single out called Moi Moi, which we played a little bit ago. Tina, thanks again for talking to us. We really appreciate it.
Oh, no, thank you for having me. This is such an honour. So much.
It's an honour for us too. And, you know, I know that you're talking about making all this music, but you've been doing other stuff too, like, for example, having a baby.
Yes, I have a very sort of active, hilarious 3-year-old.
Wow.
He has me hysterics every day. Yeah.
How do you...
He's actually with my mum at the minute, where he'd be trying to get on the phone right now.
Oh, cutie.
Or get into the interview. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh. How do you manage to balance being a mum with all this other stuff that you're doing?
Well, I have to say it's not the easiest thing, being a mum and working in music and that sort of entertainment and all that. But you kind of just do it. It's just juggling. But the hardest thing I guess is when you go away for, I guess. Well, the hardest one for me is we went away for like 2 weeks to Australia, and I found that really difficult.
Yeah.
But but all the FaceTime and all that helps. So
Yeah.
He's a whiz on the old iPhone, so yeah.
That is true. It's amazing when you think about it, how technology has changed just even in the last 20 years. I mean, 20 years ago, the idea of talking to people back home at any hour of the day on a screen is just hard to believe. But, thank goodness for technology.
I know. It's changed everything for definitely. You can contact anyone now.
I know. Even True Brit in Minneapolis.
Isn't it great?
I know, it's fantastic.
I know. And Minneapolis is so cool. Like, I'm such a Prince fan.
Oh. Have you? So you've been to Minneapolis?
Amazing artists.
Have you been to Minneapolis?
No, we never went to Minneapolis, so it's still a place for me to go to. Definitely, it's on the list.
Well, if you do come, I would thoroughly recommend taking the VIP tour of Paisley Park. It's a very interesting tour. They can. They turned it into a museum, but you get a guided tour around the museum. They'll tell you all the background information to songs that were recorded there, the things that Prince used to do. You can even play table tennis or ping pong, as they say in the US, on the same table that Prince played every day.
Wow, well that's pretty cool.
It is. Wow. When I went round there,
I never knew you played ping pong. There you go.
Oh yeah, he was a big ping pong guy, huge ping pong guy. But the weird thing was, Tina, when I went round there. Probably, was it a couple of years ago? It was probably a couple of years ago. We're standing in the atrium, and the tour guide is saying, "Oh yes, and Prince's ashes are right up there." And he pointed to this kind of it was like a mini replica of Paisley Park that was sitting kind of on a shelf overlooking the atrium. And she goes, "Yeah, his ashes are right in that box there." And I was thinking, well, that's
really?
I was thinking that's a bit weird. But then the people in our tour group started crying, and I better show some respect here. But it was a bit weird. It was unexpected. Oh. Yeah. So be prepared.
So it's like all wow. So it's that is unusual.
Yes, I think they may have moved him actually, because I think people said that's a bit unusual. But anyway, so if you get a chance to come to Minneapolis, you let us know, Tina, because maybe you could pop into the studio for a True Brit. Just a couple of other things I just wanted to touch on quickly. The British people love their panto. I know, yes. They love panto. And I think that you've done some panto? I have, yes. Oh, yeah. Why don't you explain to the listeners what a pantomime is? Okay, so a pantomime is basically a show in a theatre, so it's stage, and basically it's like one of the it's like a children's story, like a famous children's story, like it could be Cinderella or Dick Whittington or Wizard of Oz, and basically scripted, and there's actors playing the part, but it's comical and it's for children, and it's the biggest thing in the UK. The Brits love it, and it's every Christmas. It's a Christmas thing. Yeah, absolutely. So what? And I've done too. Oh, and how was it for you, Tina? Oh, it's a giggle. Like you just sort of like meet the cast, and they can be from all sorts of different parts of entertainment world. Like you get like some celebrities in there, so it could be someone who's never done stage before, and they're like, I don't know, Sounds like a lot of
from
fun.
a reality show or something, yeah.
Oh.
Or you can get some like proper seasoned sort of actors in there, and they sort of, you know, they're incredible. And then you have a comedian, and and the men dress up as women. There's like always a dame.
Oh yeah.
The man dressed up as a woman.
There is,
and it's a bit like
always
Mrs.
a dame.
Doubtfire vibe. You
Yes.
know, really comical.
Yeah, that is
very silly.
The British have always enjoyed. The British men have always enjoyed dressing up as women.
Why is that? They love it, don't they?
They do.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, now weren't you just recently at RuPaul's Drag Con?
I was, yes. So this was crazy. So I got asked to do it, and I still absolutely love to, because RuPaul's huge in the UK. Like RuPaul's Drag Race has only just started, but the show's really, really big, and like he's taking over right now. He's doing so well, and so the event was at Olympia in Kensington. So huge event, sold out. And I performed Moi there because Moi is very RuPaul's Drag Race.
Exactly.
You know, it's sort of like he could easily have kind of come in on the record,
sure.
And it would have sounded perfect. Yeah. So it was great. So it's all these sort of RuPaul's Drag Race fans and anyone that likes kind of, you know, dressing up, being flamboyant, and all the queens, the drag queens from the show were all there, and it was like one big carnival, like party, and there was performances, and it was all family, you know, kids, parents, everyone you can imagine. It was a real sort of mixed audience. So it was really lovely atmosphere, yeah.
And right bang
really
in the middle of it was Miss Tina Barrett. Fantastic stuff. Well done, Tina.
Yeah, loving it.
Well, Tina, I'm going to play one more song, so we'll wish you a fond farewell, and we will wish you all the very best for the future, not only with your solo career, but also as a member of S Club 3. And we will tell anybody listening you should go and check them out whenever you can. But I couldn't possibly end this segment without playing one of my favourite S Club 7 songs. Can you imagine, or can you guess what that might be, Tina Barrett?
Well, I wanted to say, because I know you did S Club 3, that we are in talks, funny enough, about doing another reunion with the 7. So I just thought I might put that out there too.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, that is news. Well, I hope that all comes together.
Yeah. It would be very, very cool if it did. So we'll see. But yeah. So this S Club song, what is there? Can I have a clue or?
No clues. You just have to keep guessing for the next 10 minutes. No, I'm going to tell you what it is. Never. My favourite has always been "Never Have a Dream Come True."
Yes. A beautiful. That's one of my favourites.
Yeah, it's a lovely song. Well, Tina Barrett, thank you so much, and we will talk to you again. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Everybody's got something they had to leave behind. One regret from yesterday that just seems to grow with time. There's no use looking back or wondering how it could be now or might have been. All this I know, but still I can't find ways to let you go. I never had a dream come true till the day that I found you. Even though I pretend that I moved on, I've lost all sense of time. And tomorrow